had a parent reach out to me recently, kind of a cold call off the internet, and she was interested in me helping her very young 5-year-old. There's a couple reasons why I decided to chronicle this for my playlist. The first is that I don't usually take young students, so I'm a little bit curious to see how this is going to go. I've had a few over the years, and it's not really what I'm most experienced at. So I thought this would be really good to see whether I can really pull this off. I get a lot of 7-year-old boys and I get a lot of 10-year-old girls. I'm not sure why that is, but that seems to be the most common age groups that I deal with. And then secondly, I had one of my favorite sister-in-laws. I have a lot of favorite sister-in-laws, but they're all favorites. But one of them contacted me recently about her 5-year-old grandchild, and she was a little concerned about his ability to focus. So I thought if I chronicle this, she can also follow along and see if she can get some ideas to help her grandchild as well. So this is going to be your opportunity to follow along as I see if I can help this very young 5-year-old. When I saw her for the first time, it became quite obvious very quickly that she had a very difficult time paying attention and focusing. But what also became evident as I spent more time with her was that she could not remember even 2 items in order, neither visually nor auditorily. And as we've talked about in some of the other videos, it's crucial for a student, in order to learn to read, to be able to sequence 5 objects. Now, because she's a young 5, it's also acceptable that she might only be able to sequence 4 objects. And that would be an okay start for kindergarten. But she could only do 2. The same was true not only of colors, but also of sounds, which again is very concerning because in our day and age, we expect our kindergartners to be reading by Christmas. So this little girl is really coming into school at a disadvantage. Similarly, she was only able to see and recognize a pattern of 2 objects. I was using colors, so she was able to see 2 colors alternating and recognize that pattern, but she couldn't recognize 3 objects that were repeating. So that was concerning as well. Another thing I noticed during the initial screening was that she really didn't know her letters. She could write a few of them, the ones that were in her name, but she didn't recognize or know virtually any letters at all, and she could only say the alphabet up to about 5 letters from A to F, but boy, could that girl count. If the only thing was that she didn't know her letters, then I probably would go ahead and just refer her to an early elementary tutor. But because she couldn't focus and she had a very poor memory, it seemed that we needed to build those skills first before she could actually learn her letters and begin learning to read. And that's when I felt that she had come to the right place. So that's my mission, to help her build memory and focus. This will chronicle my journey of helping prepare a young student to learn academically. So let me know, are you following this playlist because you have a child, a student, a grandchild, or one of your own children that you're concerned about who might be preschool or kindergarten? Let me know, and then I'll know what to cover in this playlist.